Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to this star-studded event here at PACE in wonderful Laurel, Maryland, right here in Xanadu. My name's Darrow, hanging out with Simply.
That's right.
Once again, we're back here on the main stage.
We are back. It's day 2. It's time for some more action. We're making our way around the top 4. Everybody's getting some action against each other, and here are our standings. Cheese and Dwhatever going first. Both of them taking a win yesterday. Collecting those points very close.
Huge win, especially for Dwhatever, just pulling it out with that huge death in Dark World. Was able to squeak out right at the end and made it happen. 62 points, just trailing Cheese in this matchup right now. So it's going to be a battle of the Titans right now. Average time for Cheese, 49.40. Average for Dwhatever, right behind him.
Yeah.
49.38. Looking solid. Look at all these 48s. I mean, this is insane.
Yeah, I anticipate this being probably one of the closest matches that we'll see. Dwhatever and Cheese both have been grinding a lot of 70. And, I mean, the stats say it all, man. Average throws hanging right around the same time. Worst time, everything's about the same. Dwhatever, though, taking a little bit higher of a win percentage throughout the league. But here on the big stage, you know, it's different.
It changes things. It's a whole different dynamic than what we've seen before. Both of their worst times that they posted in this tournament, 51.19 for Cheese and 51.16 for Dwhatever. I mean, these guys are neck and neck. It's almost like a carbon copy in this tournament for both of these guys.
Absolutely.
And as we're wrapping up, getting set up on stage, I do want to remind everybody that if you donate 500 bits, every 500 bits that's donated, $2 gets contributed to the prize pool by GSA, and every sub, $2 gets donated to the prize pool by GSA as well. So, pretty hot stuff. I mean, these guys have worked their behinds off for the past, I don't know how many months now.
Yeah, it's been bopping, to say the least.
We see the stinky cheeses and the cheeses going off in chat, going absolutely ham. We're looking like we're about ready. Now, we have 2 matchups today. We have Cheese and Dwhatever going on right now. And then later on, the next matchup is going to end up being Puncation and Ouija.
Yes.
Another clash of the Titans. I mean, all 4 of these finalists are just phenomenal at what they do. They're super consistent, and they make it happen. But what changes it, what changes the dynamic is what we saw yesterday. Some of the worst performances from these guys in the tournament. And do you think that being in this live environment maybe affected that a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. You got the crowd going. You've got all the sounds right in your ear, you know, the commentators. So it's a completely different beast, but I'm interested to see how they adapt. You know, they had yesterday to sort of get a feel for it on the stage, and now it's day 2, a little more cozy, a little bit more comfortable. You know what to expect.
You do. You know, and none of these runners are foreign to performing in front of large crowds. So hopefully the nerves have calmed down. Day 1 is over. We're in the middle of day 2 now. I think we're going to see a lot more solid performances from both of these guys today as we're getting ready to get started. Dwhatever working on his courtyard movement here.
It's so fun.
Super important.
These slopes are crazy. They're very, very steep. You get a lot of speed. If you can land a speed kick, it's pretty fun. 3, 2, 1, go!
And we're off.
Boom.
It's me, Mario.
Indeed. So Dwhatever and Cheese of Counterlogic Gaming, both of them taking a win yesterday, very close in points. So this match is pretty important. It'll be able to decide who's going to be on top for the day.
The the good lucks, have fun from Dwhatever. Thanks, Dad. I'm excited. You know, Dwhatever showing the swag yesterday in TikTok clock with the backflip over the thwomp. I'm excited to see this race.
Yeah, both of these players super, super tenacious. I mean, Dwhatever, like you said, dying in Dark World at the very end.
Now, if you remember yesterday, Dwhatever versus Ouija, both of them ended up missing Lakitu skip. I mean, this may be a new speedrun strat to talk to Lakitu first. We'll see how it works out.
Okay.
Both of them elected not to bribe the guy in the cloud.
It's sportsmanship. It speaks a lot about their character.
Kitchen sink all the way into Bomb on Battlefield, going in for bomb clip, where we're going to use the biggest bomb possible to push ourselves through the bars and get that first star.
That is absolutely correct. Here we go.
And we are still in sync.
Complete sync.
Star
100%.
Get in the kitchen sink.
Exactly what you like to see on the beginning of a race, but we will be going into Womp's Fortress. We do have to do a slide first, though, so get those slide times busted out. I'm feeling 12.6s. There's just been so many of them. I feel like it's a pretty safe bet.
I'm thinking Dwhatever is going to pull out that 12.6, Cheese with a 12.7,
Ooh.
And then they're going to flip later on.
Okay, the flip.
The flip.
I'll keep that in mind.
I see a lot of 12.6s and 12.7s in chat. Let's see what we come up with. Ooh.
I'm looking pretty good.
12.6. Ooh. Dual 12.6s.
There it is. And the audience is pleased. 12.6 is very nice to see. And although both of them getting 12.6s, we do see that Dwhatever actually has gained some time. And it's these little things that you can't really pick up on. You know, precise angles, dustless rollouts,
right.
The tiny things.
Even just the menuing after every star, you know, optimally, you can lose a little time there and not even notice.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Reset Fortress coming up now. We kind of talked about yesterday about the star order. Looks like we're going to see cannonless from both of these gentlemen. Sock folder setup.
Right.
Dwhatever, not liking his position there.
Oh, but no.
Cheese misses.
Both players struggling with a sock folder setup and not getting it in the same place.
Gonna have to back that up.
Oh, no wall kick for Dwhatever. Womps is just not treating him well throughout pace.
Wow. I'm gonna get another bite at this apple. Womp's Fortress is tough, you know, because that's the real initial test of how well the run's going to go. There's a lot of times where Womp's Fortress kind of sets the tone for the things that are going on.
All right,
Cheese gets it.
Cheeses. Round two for Dwhatever creeping up. He's got the slow get up, and he is good. That's a good sign. You hate to see when a runner just straight up can't get cannonless going, and then, I mean, we've seen it in the league, minutes.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
not minutes, but at least a minute lost just on a silly thing like cannonless.
Cheese heading up for Alice, getting the setup.
Nice.
Looking good. Now, because these guys are both powerhouses, you're going to see this throughout the runs, this blow for blow, like this back and forth, give and take. Because it's about those mistakes. It's about those small optimizations that you talked about before.
All right, the big daddy of Womps, 100. Here it comes. Cheese not holding back, of course, going for the fastest movement. And we'll be seeing that from D as well. But can they land the cycle? There's a wild blue star over here, which is a little bit scary. You definitely don't want to grab that. Cheese avoiding it. And he's looking good for the cycle. Dwhatever looking very fast as well.
And this is tough. You know, we talked about getting Womp's 100 out of the way, because that's kind of like the reset area, because it's long and it's very movement intensive. But these guys showing why they're in first and second place here.
Beautiful 100 from Cheese and Dwhatever as well. Ooh.
It's really tough to commentate, especially at this level, only because the small mistakes are what matters. These guys, it's tough to make a large mistake. They happen, but I think they're putting their heads down and just running the game at this point. Yeah,
it's definitely looking a lot smoother from yesterday, but we are still in Womps. There's a lot to go. But that 100 was beautiful. Cooking it up.
A spicy meatball.
It was spicy, and it was also tangy.
Ooh. We're mixing flavors here today. All right. Seeing this big daddy Thwomp with the Band-Aids on his back, obviously been through quite a few battles, especially here at PACE with all the practicing going on.
I think that's actually a Womp.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Commentator, not sure if it's a Womp or a Thwomp. You know, it gets kind of hard. They don't change up the names much.
Womp.
Womp.
Oh, right.
Womp's Fortress.
Ooh, touche.
It's those big, those blue squares are the Thwomps.
Oh, the Thwomps.
Yeah.
Because you got to stomp the Thwomps.
There's a lot of different enemies. It's hard to keep up. Cheese not able to get the rollout, but pretty good backup. Can get a little uncomfortable when you don't have the right amount of speed. But Cheese, very nice. Dwhatever, not able to get the fence clip.
Looking good.
Ooh. Oh.
Ooh, ledge grab there.
But finishing less than 10 seconds apart. Beautiful for a race. We're moving right along. Chugging.
All right, so we saw a 12-6 already out of Cheese once. Can he do it again? Dwhatever right on his heels. Chad calling out 12-7s and 12-6s once again.
Oh, 12-5. Who could have seen that coming? Well, I forgot that was a thing. I've seen so many 12-6s, 12-7s.
Wow.
She's busting out a whole 0.1 second gain. It's over, man. He's got it in the bag.
Getting in the zone. That's what it's about. Just blocking out everything that's going on around you and just playing the game. Now, what can you tell me about this wing cap start?
So with wing cap, you want to stay as low as you can while getting the reds. And fun fact, Mario's hitbox when he's flying is actually quite a bit different than you might imagine. Below him, it's barely anything, but above him, it's quite large, so you can dip pretty low under coins and still grab them. Beautiful wing cap from Cheese, and a very nice one from D as well.
Getting the rollout is important. Getting that text box at the end is almost triggering.
Almost.
Especially when you've got the momentum at this point going into Dark World.
So coming into Dark World, we did see a fall at the end from Dwhatever yesterday. Oh, Cheese with the instant clip. That's a pretty rare one. If you land perfectly in the middle as the trapdoor falls, you'll just instantly teleport to the bottom. Cheeky little time save that I don't see a lot of players go for it. And I don't blame them. It's pretty hard to get.
Looking good so far.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dwhatever getting caught up on the step there, but he should still be able to make Shiguro cycle. It's a pretty lenient one.
No major mistakes. Now, we mentioned it already, what happened yesterday, and I know that that's going through Dwhatever's mind. Long jumping off the edge past the start, having to repeat that. He's not going to have that wiggle room today, so it's got to be in the back of his mind, but he seems to be pushing it aside and just pushing forward.
Yeah, I honestly, I was looking at the other screen when he had fallen. I didn't really see what happened, but falling at the end like that is definitely a silly one. But Dwhatever coming back, he's got the star.
Solid.
It's all good. Neither player letting up on the gas right now.
Not at all. And they can't. Cheese getting his first throw. The hitboxes are so huge in the Dark World.
Yeah, they're definitely not consistent at all. When you get to Fire City, they shrink quite a bit.
And what we've seen throughout the league is if someone's going to miss in Dark World, it's not from missing, it's from throwing short. I know Aki in the 16-star league doing those single spin throws. It comes up just short sometimes.
Yeah, you got to spin like a maniac. Shout-outs to Aki Spin. Aki, he's got probably the craziest Bowser throws in the community.
Insane.
Yeah. I'd like to see a hand cam for how he's doing that. He'd probably kill at Mario Party. Oh, Cheese not able to get the clip on the box.
A hand cam for Aki would just have robot hands holding the controller. That's what that is.
Ooh, and a missed ground pound.
Ground pound there, giving Dwhatever a small opportunity here.
Oh, no triple jump. All right, what's the move? Going to go back for round two. I think this is a good move. Players might go the other way and try to do like an island hop type thing. This is a little low. Should be good, though.
Good backup. I mean, Island Hop is so risky. I think that's probably the best option that he had. We have time. Cool Mountain coming in now. She's showing us how wall kicks will work. It's really interesting, the backflip into the wall kick and right into the star. The backup for that star, to me, almost looks more swaggy than doing the star the normal way.
Yeah.
Kind of sliding off the wall and bouncing back into the star. Let's see if Dwhatever can match him.
Only time you see the backflip come out, but it works perfectly. And both players making it happen. You can breathe now. All you got to do is deliver a penguin. Ain't no big deal.
Ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing. But a chicken wing. Not quite a chicken wing, though. I don't think you get those from penguins.
No. A penguin wang.
I wonder if that's...
Ping wang.
Do people eat those?
I'm sure.
Never heard of that.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe we're missing out.
Possibly.
They're so cute, though. I don't know if I could do it.
Only the babies. He's working on his 100 coin.
Yeah, both players opting to do 100 with reds. That is what we're going to be seeing from everybody in the league. And I don't blame them. It's so... Oh, geez, missing the hole. It's so dangerous to do the 100 with the penguin as you typically see in a 120-star run, and sometimes you see in 70-star, just because a simple slip-up could leave you losing about a minute or more.
I mean, the penguin just rubber bands back and forth. You could get bodied off. The penguin can fall off.
Yeah.
Which is completely out of your control. The penguin just flies off, and you're at the end waiting, and you're like, all right, where are you, guy?
It's nice that's pretty rare, though.
It is.
The penguin falling off, but if you've been running long enough, you'll definitely run into it at some point.
Experience it.
It's a beautiful thing.
All right. Cheese with 17. Dwhatever. 1 star behind right now. Gonna knock out this quick baby penguin star.
Still very close. I mean, considering that we haven't really hit the hot spot for where we've been seeing a lot of mistakes and a lot of slip-ups on the harder strats. You got Pillarless and Shifting Sandland, Lava Boost, Lethal Lava Land.
And Pillarless has just been beating these guys up. Yesterday we saw it over and over, throwing bombs away, dropping the bombs, and that's tough. I mean, that's where we saw a lot of the lead changes back and forth.
Oh, beautiful wall kick dive from Cheese. Clipping that fence just how you want to. Making it happen. Much cleaner balcony star from Cheese here today.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
But Dwhatever not letting up at all.
Grinding away. Can't ever give up.
You can't, and you know, there is a point that you almost have to balance in these races because you have that muscle memory built in. But in a race, you have to be a little bit fluid. You can't just stick to that and hope that it's going to work. You know, do what you know, but you have to be able to back things up quickly, and we've seen Dwhatever do that so far here and even yesterday in his match against Ouija.
And in and out like that. Cheese is wrapped up. Dwhatever right behind him. But it's time for some action.
Shifting Sandland. Like I said, we've seen Shifting Sandland specifically give these guys issues throughout the tournament, not just yesterday, because it's difficult. Especially at this level, I know Cheese and Dwhatever most likely attempting the infamous Tama-Pless, which doesn't have a room for error. First, you know, you got to get the right size bomb, and then you have to do all of the correct movements. And then when you get to the top of the pyramid, you can't go too fast. You go off the other edge, and you got a ground pound to do. So a lot's happening in the span of 10 seconds or so.
Here it is. First approach. He's got a big bomb. And Cheese not even bothering with Tama Plus. I don't bother him at all. Or don't blame him one bit.
I don't either.
I think he's mostly kept it out of runs for the most part. It's just, it does save a good amount of time, and it's so attractive to go for, but Dwhatever throwing a bomb away does not want the medium bomb. You can get pillarless with a medium bomb, but it loses about 4 seconds, so it's sort of like, if you throw the bomb away, you only lose 4 seconds, so you can either do medium bomb and lose 4, or you can throw it away.
It's a trade-off at that point.
Because if you come back and get a Tama Plus, then in theory, you save time over having gone for a medium bomb pillarless.
Right.
There's a medium bomb for him.
Ooh.
He's got the angle. Got the double jump. Oh, slithering in.
That was quick.
Lightning McQueen.
Dwhatever was in there like no other. That was super quick.
That was ideal. You know, he threw the medium bomb away, wanted to get the big bomb to get Tama Plus, and he did it. No problem. But Cheese rocking the standard, more classic, and 2 quick pillarlesses for him. Dwhatever having to toss the bomb away, and now this is where it gets a little bit scary. Shy Guy not playing nice, but able to tap him with his hat in the claw. Oh, but a burned bottom.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. That was pretty PogChamp.
Yeah, you could see it in Dwhatever's face. Very relieved that he did not die there. It's so easy to fall into that quicksand.
It is.
A lot of silly things that can happen in shifting sand land.
Cheese grabbing this very quick star. Dwhatever going to have to do pillarless for that secret star. Okay.
Tornado. The tornadoes start showing up as you get more stars, and so thank goodness it doesn't suck you up while you're trying to do pillarless. That does add a little ambience. The bonk!
He didn't fall.
If he slid off that edge, he would have fallen all the way down. Very close call, but it's all good. We're in lethal lava land on Cheese's side. Always going for reds first. Get him out of the way.
I don't blame him. You know, it's a star that's ran in almost every category, with the exception of like 0 and 1 star. So it's something that it gives you like a second to, okay, I know I've got lava boost incoming, which is kind of sketchy.
Can be.
Dwhatever also doing reds to start off with. And I think it's always interesting to see those star choices and to think about what's going through the runner's mind on why they choose what they choose, whether it's, to get a couple of seconds of breather or to kind of get your mind right for what you're about to do. Because it's completely different in PBs. And sitting at home just doing runs, it's completely different. Cheese going after this big bully.
Huge bully.
Huge.
But no match for a man like Cheese. He's got big muscles, strong legs, giving him a slap off of the edge into the lava. No problem.
Too easy. All right, Dwhatever looks like he's headed into the pyramid.
That is a pyramid shape.
Volcano. Those long pace hours.
Beautiful lava boost, no problem from Dwhatever. Cheese with some extra burns on the bottom, but he's got the titanium cheeks, so it ain't no problem.
No booty slapping. Cheese making it look easy. Dwhatever headed back in.
Yeah, Cheese waiting until the very end to take care of these volcano stars. It's time to get down to business. Bust out the suitcase. Bust out the pen. We got to do some signatures. It's time to get to work.
This long jump at the end that Dwhatever is completing, these guys make it look easy, but if you accidentally get a ledge grab, you're most likely going into the lava.
That's 2 boosts, and right up there. Very nice from Cheese.
Super
beautiful.
Cheeky.
Very, very precise movement there on those pulls from Cheese.
It's tough because you have to know your speed, because if not, you're just going to run off the edge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Dwhatever getting the ledge grab skip. Kind of hard to notice there. Oh, but not quite able to get the triple kill, so it's not going to pay off. And that's one of those strats that Some players have started to pick up, but it's very, very, very difficult. Got to put a lot of hours in, but not a lot of time lost.
And this is why these guys have the averages they do, you know, mid to low 49s in this tournament throughout, because they balance going for those higher risk items, but not going so much that they're going to lose, I guess.
Yeah, they stay modest. You know, they're not going insane strats like we saw from Ouija, the double jump owlless.
Yes.
It still blows my mind. You will not be seeing that from Dwhatever or Cheese, but you will be seeing very, very consistent, high speed gaming action. That's what we like to see.
Cheese headed into Dire Docks. Now, typically in 70 Star, the older routes had HMC early or the Hazy Maze Cave early. But what we see now, you get a 1 second time save, give or take some, getting that MIP Star later on. So grabbing the MIP Star, then you can tackle HMC at the same time. It's really optimal.
So Cheese not really providing any openings, but Dwhatever staying right behind him. But we do have Fire C coming up. Do have front sub coming up. A couple big ones.
And front sub is tough. Again, these guys make all of these strats look easy, but backing it up, we saw Puncation yesterday have to back that up very quickly, and it worked out. It's not an easy feat to pull off.
Yeah, it's hard to do front sub, but I think the backup is even more uncomfortable.
It is. Trying to get enough momentum to be able to push yourself up there.
Momentum, you're dealing with a lot more lag. When you're coming from this angle, there's a little bit of lag. Here it is, and very nice from Cheese. He's up there. Man, this is a pretty hot run right here.
It is.
Take a look at the clock. We're on pace, at pace.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
All we need now is a jar of pace salsa, my personal favorite.
Ooh.
No sponsor. We're looking for one, though.
Speaking of something extra spicy, these manta ray rings.
Nice.
Making short work. Dwhatever up there quickly. Going to be heading in to tackle the manta rings himself. We saw yesterday Ouija kind of struggled just a little bit with those manta rings. It's
just a little bit.
But he kept with it. That's what was crazy. He kept with it and still was catching back up, which is insane.
Yeah, the thing about 70 here is you don't really have a choice.
Right.
Once you're doing Manta, you pretty much got to do it. And I'm surprised that somebody got Manta'd, but nice to showcase, I suppose, how much time it can lose and how poorly programmed the visuals are. But she's missing the red, and that means that he will not be able to land the cycle. So this is Dwhatever's chance to pull ahead.
That's huge.
And again, when you get a win instantly, locked in, you get 60 points. And then after that, there's 30 points to be spread between the players. So the matter of a couple seconds could be upwards of 30 points, and whether or not you make it into the finals that are taking place Sunday.
Going to go for this long jump straight across.
Dwhatever, though, also having some problems here in Fire C. Might be able to make early cycle, but I'm not sure about Lava Boost.
That's tough. We saw the time loss that can happen if you miss one of these cycles. It truly changes the dynamic of Fire C and why it's so movement intensive, because you're literally facing the level. You're facing, Dwhatever getting a little bit of that booty burn. Let's see if we can pull it out with a good ending.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you do early cycle, like how Dwhatever did. You get there so early that booty burn didn't actually, it was kind of necessary, because if you saw at the end, he barely made that ending, almost landing in the lava. So it's all good. Cheese with a nice throw. And we're about halfway through this thing, but it's all uphill from here.
Dwhatever switching to his old faithful Hori mini pad. Cheese doesn't have to switch, running on the Hori himself throughout the run. Pretty phenomenal.
Ooh. Dwhatever applying some extra sauce on that toss.
And here's where the rubber begins to meet the road. I can't believe it. 26 minutes and we're already headed upstairs towards Wet Dry World. Now, yesterday, specifically in Wet Dry World 100 gave Cheese a little bit of trouble.
A little bit.
But he was able to back it up very quick.
And actually not opting to go for 100. I think he wanted it, but the camera is pretty specific at the beginning, so if you don't get the right setup, it's probably best to go for a different star.
Grabbing this elevator. And what some of the viewers may not know, what's interesting is where you enter down at the bottom before you catch the elevator is how the camera is going to be faced for you to be able to do your wall kicks. So a lot of the runners are hugging the left-hand side. Dwhatever, missing a coin there. They hug the left-hand side because that's the most optimal camera angle to be able to get all the way up. Skeeter playing nice for Dwhatever.
And no triple jump wall kick for Cheese, having to do the backup, but pretty quick. Dwhatever has to get every coin from here on out. Unfortunately, RNG was like, nah, and he was like, okay, so now we're moving along. And got to pick up everything you can. Very heavy RNG star. Coins can have a mind of their own, especially on this box coming up, as well as on the Chuck Ya.
The Chuck Ya. Dwhatever getting flipped yesterday during his 100. Definitely trying to avoid the flipper flappers, as we were calling them yesterday, for this run. Cheese going back to grab that coin. Nope.
Giving that wall a little bit of action. I respect it. Oh, and Cheese as well in the same situation. RNG not treating him too well at the beginning, so he does have to get every star. Dwhatever, though, cleanly getting the rest of them. No problems. Wow, really quick on that box from Cheese, getting all those coins.
Very quick.
Oh, no secret, though. Got to give it a little push. Extra secret. Super secret.
Super secret. 75 coins. Doesn't have that little buffer coin. He should be all right. It all depends. The Chuck Ya, as you talked about. I've seen a lot of runners take it easy and not throw the Chuck Ya towards the plank just in case of RNG. But she says no.
Yeah, that's pretty generous. I feel like that's about the minimum. Like when you have to get every coin, if you throw them there, it's pretty safe. But you will definitely see some players playing with risk and just tossing the Chuck Ya really close to the edge, and that can come back to bite you. A coin goes flying off the edge. You got to go down. You got to go get it.
Got to catch them all.
Pokemon.
Dwhatever. Nice triple jump wall kick, but dives off.
Didn't get the triple jump, and now we are swimming in the water. This was an opportunity for D to gain some time on Cheese, but okay. Oh. Taking it out on the wall. It is a very sturdy wall, so, you know, acceptable.
And he's up there. And Cheese is done. Wet Dry World, sub 30 minutes, looking really solid. Very minor mistakes throughout. We've got THI coming up. 3 short little stars. The first one being Secrets.
The big one. Beautiful lag reduction from Cheese. A little dusty rollout, but about exactly what you'd want out of THI Secrets. As long as you don't get caught in the middle, keep the momentum going.
What's interesting about this star that's on the island is you'll see runners occasionally get a ledge grab there, and the instinct is to just jump up. But if you're on the right side of that island and you jump up, you're going to teleport elsewhere. So you have to do the slow get up. And you get
Goomba paid off, possibly bribed by Cheese.
He went through so quick we couldn't see.
Dwhatever reacting quite well. So yeah, this island, right where that coin is.
Yes.
If you ledge grab there, you definitely have to do a slow get up, and it's a lesson, a painful lesson that all Mario runners have to learn.
And Cheese going in for his final star here in THI. THI, it's almost like a blink of an eye. Like you're in there and then you're gone.
Yeah, super fast stage. Ooh, nice double jump up there. Clip from D. She's just destroying these piranha plants. They don't even have a chance.
They don't. They're not even full size. Halfway growing, just coming out to say hi and just getting slide kick to the face.
They grow up so fast.
And just like that, THI done.
In and out. No burger.
No burger.
But a star. Lil Toad.
A little shout out from the crowd.
Yeah, I couldn't catch what that was, but
Todd,
the energy.
Todd. Lunar
Oh,
jump. Todd.
Todd.
Shout outs to a lunar jump. Cheese not going for breezeless. We saw this yesterday. I don't blame him.
Sticking to his guns. It can get you in kind of a bad mindset. If you go for breezeless right away and you miss it, you're like, all right, now I'm down. Now I have to really get it going in Tall Tall Mountain. And it's a stage where a lot can go wrong. A simple missed wall kick or missed angle could result in a lot of time loss.
Dwhatever having his talk with Toad. Cheese heading in for reds.
Beautiful movement to that first mushroom.
And it's almost like you can't tell that there's lag going on. Dwhatever, breezeless, but he misses. Gonna have to back that up.
Insane reds from Cheese.
Yeah, those reds were hot. Almost fire sauce hot.
Cheese is really hitting his stride today. Like this whole run has been super solid, and even through the mistakes, super quick recoveries, and right back to that high momentum. No mistakes. Moving along like a robot.
Cheese robot. Looking good. Dwhatever getting a little bit of dust there. Gonna tackle the reds here.
Ooh. Dwhatever having some really nice adjustments there. Little tiny things that if he didn't go for it, would have ended horribly.
And it's tough once you lose your momentum a little bit to get it back, especially with just the amount of lag, the Monty Moles throwing rocks at your face, you know, all of these things going on. It's tough to do that, but Dwhatever did a great job. Dwhatever with the wall kick. Going up top, he's doing whatever he can to catch up. I mean, he has been on Cheese's heels almost this entire run, 34 minutes into the run.
Yeah, but Cheese furthering and furthering that gap. All the little things. Man, that Tall Tall Mountain was just...
was hot.
The man is in the kitchen. He's whipping it up. All the ingredients needed. All the measuring cups, so you know nothing's going to be messed up.
Pots, pans, but no spaghetti.
No spaghetti. Not today, at least. Not that I can see.
No.
Okay. The ledge grab, but can do a quick little back up here. Now, some players will choose to go back up towards the snowman, but it's super awkward. So I think going for the deep freeze like Cheese did is definitely the best move.
Kind of reset, start over. Dwhatever doing a slightly different setup for this box jump.
Yeah, I didn't know that was what he did. I thought, I remember him Cheese holding back and actually clipping backward through the fence. Snowman's land coming out. A little bit slippery, a lot of ice. A lot of snow, a little bit of man. Okay.
Wow. That's kind of surprising to see how solid TTM was. And then going into Snowman's Land, Dwhatever making up some time here, looking really solid.
Yeah, huge time made up there from D. After seeing that beautiful, like this entire upstairs from Cheese, I was expecting a very smooth Snowman's Land, but causing a little bit of problems. Beautiful ground pound there, though. Dwhatever is not out of this thing.
He's not.
Not even by a minute. Not even by a second.
I mean,
Not even close.
He's down right now by 1 star. You know, Cheese had widened that gap and just now it's becoming more narrow and more narrow. She's doing my favorite star now. So satisfying, just.
Very nice. Do whatever, get in the ground pound.
Those are the types of mistakes that Dwhatever needs at this point. You know, Dwhatever is behind just a little bit. 36-35 exit for Cheese, so we'll see about how far that is. But those are the mistakes that Dwhatever needs at this point.
Yeah, you definitely, I mean, going into the top of the castle, Cheese, beautiful punch grab on that MIPS. Going into the top of this castle, being behind, it's really tough. Because in your head, you're like, all right, I have to kick it into high gear. I got to go as fast as I can. No mistakes. And in a place like Rainbow Ride, TikTok Clock, it's a lot to ask.
It is. But that's where we talked about yesterday. It's almost, you know, the nerves start kicking because you're going into Tippy, but they're also kicking because you're in the lead now. You know, Dwhatever is like, okay, yeah, I've got to push a little bit harder. I've got to do this. I got to do this. But the nerves, when you have that lead and you're going into Tippy, especially a solid lead like this, the nerves can get to you. But Cheese, as you can see on the face cam, calm, cool, and collective, suave, you know, moving that hair over to the side, making sure you can see clearly.
Mm-hmm. Keeping the flow, no matter what he's doing. In the middle of a 70-star league Final Four group stage match against Dwhatever? Of course.
HMC, kind of that calm before the storm at this point. Fairly easy. Dwhatever going for this triple box jump.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Now, for folks that don't necessarily see a whole lot of 70-star, when you're learning that star, there is a kill plane right there that, of course, Dwhatever and Cheese are having to know where that kill plane is, and they just kind of slide right past and make it look easy. Cheese with the Christmas miracle. See if the kiddies are going to be happy. And they are.
There it is. It is a miracle indeed.
I mean, Cheese has really popped off in a couple of these stages today. And that's what we're seeing here. He's showing that confidence in HMC, not giving Dwhatever a second to catch up.
And so Cheese yesterday, I believe, got a low 49. I want to say like a 49.18. And right now he's on pace for what looks like a mid to high 48. It's been pretty saucy, maybe even low.
Really good RNG awareness from Cheese there, deciding to dodge the boulder. Coming at him from the left. You can't get much more optimal than that.
The time has come, Thero.
It has.
Top of the castle.
The tippy top.
We got some Lakitus to bounce on, some clocks to move around.
This is where the blood starts pumping. This is where, you know, if these guys had the heart rate monitor, it's starting to increase.
Oh, definitely.
90, 100.
Ooh. Cheeky little dive from Cheese into Rainbow Ride. Here we go. Or let's-a go, as Mario would say.
Cheese starting off with the Lakitu bounce.
Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. Super smooth. Right up there. Because it's scary. All of the movement there is scary. You can't just stop thinking once you get Lakitu bounce, like, oh, okay, I got it now. You've got to stay solid. Dwhatever.
Glitchy wall kick can save some time over Cheese here. A little bit faster. Gets the bounce. Ooh.
And
And a
Cheese
fall
fell.
from Cheese on tricky triangles. Things just got real. But a drop from Dwhatever, not able to get the wall kick. Rainbow Ride doing its thing.
This is what we're talking about.
Getting into the stage is hard. And we're back in. Just got to remain calm. It can be very easy to lose your cool tricky triangles. Round 2 from Cheese, and now Dwhatever only seconds behind.
That's huge. That just narrowed that gap. But Cheese coming back with a vengeance. Looking good on his tricky triangles. Dwhatever elected to go for reds, go ahead and get it knocked out. The movement for Rainbow Ride reds is so satisfying.
Dwhatever just pays so much attention to all of the tiny little things, and it's just so good to see.
Cheese.
Oh, no side flip.
And Cheese wrapping up his reds. Not quite as optimal. You know, Dwhatever's got to start feeling good here. Now going to take his whack at tricky triangles himself.
So that was a 42-13 fade out from Cheese, and we're looking at a 42-23 fade out from Dwhatever, exactly 10, 11 seconds apart. That's one Bowser throw. That's one mistake in TikTok clock. Maybe even a little bit less than that.
Cheese going for this swing into the Breeze Star.
Ooh, and the updated movement again from Dwhatever. Very, very hard movement, especially this double jump at the end, the hardest part. And burns his bottom.
Man, these guys are neck and neck. This is why they're sitting in the top 4, in the top 2 as of right now in this league.
Yeah, and I wanted to touch on that. They are both in the top 2. They've already taken a W, so they're in a good spot. But, I mean, you could be in a very good spot if you take the W here. Both of them want to secure the finalist position, get those points. The top 2 most points will be facing off on Sunday. Third and fourth will be settling there.
Both working on this infamous TikTok clock 100.
Yeah, Cheese flying right now. Ooh, just as I say it, though, ledge grab, Commentator's curse coming in just a touch.
Knowing exactly where that invisible wall is, grabbing that coin. Up. One coin tried to get away from him. Cheese said that not today.
Cannot escape. Okay, Dwhatever, Mario Cam in there, but actually getting some lag. For whatever reason, the Flame Spitters and the Flames in this game are just very, very laggy. Nice ending from Cheese. Getting the 100 out of the way. That is a huge one. And you can breathe a quick sigh of relief, but it's right back in there. You got to get down and dirty. It's going to get a little muddy. Got to put on your muckers.
On top of the womp.
Womp?
Womp.
That's a thwomp.
Thwomp.
Commentators still not quite sure what a thwomp or a womp is. They do get confusing. Oh, wow. That was actually not...
That was spicy.
That was not how you're meant to do the start, but she's insane. Real-time backup, making it look like that's how it's meant to be done. Oh. A little ledge grab from Dwhatever makes it so awkward. These walls are not playing nice.
Eating the ice cream from the top. And it's very methodical. You know, you've talked about it. We've talked about it together. You know.
Everybody's talking about it.
Everybody's
talking
about it.
It's a hot topic.
All right. This is what I was talking about in the beginning, where we're just like blow for blow at this point. Just back and forth. I mean, this is, you know, like you said, 1.5 Bowser throws. This is, you know, missing, moving right side or falling. I mean, this is so close.
And referring back to those statistics, Cheese with the highest average amount of throws, it's very realistic that we do get to Bowser in the sky and a throw ends up passing the victory to Dwhatever. But we can't think about that now. We still got a lot left here in TikTok clock. These 2 stars are huge.
Still a lot of movement, 68 stars.
It's coming down. Ooh, Dwhatever with the beautiful side flip double jump.
He just makes it look easy at this point.
He does. Ooh, and the triple jump not working out for Cheese, but can get a quick back up here. Another opportunity for Dwhatever to save some time. And that's TikTok clock.
That's it. Cheese gonna grab Toad. Go see Bowser for the final time.
Dwhatever getting caught on the wall, but very nice adjustment there. So 48 on deck for Cheese.
Which is great. His average time in this tournament has been a 49.40. His best time is a 48.24.
Beautiful triple jump dive. And here we go, the final moments up these stairs. The pressure is on. The sweat is dripping. You got to keep it together for 2 more minutes. Will Cheese seal the deal?
Very nice triple jump dive up top. It all depends, what is your thought process? Cheese has got a couple of different options here. He can go super risky, put the nail in the coffin, or
Right
possibly
side moving, and he's up.
And
So nice. We could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Dwhatever taking a fall at the elevators. Goomba minding his own business. In the pipe. It's in his grasp, and another fall from Dwhatever. Bowser in the sky. Leaving him a little bit frazzled, slightly dazzled. And here comes the throws for Cheese. 3 quick ones, and he's got himself another W. That's 1.
One is done.
The enthusiasm.
There's 2.
3 quick ones, and so far,
And that's 3.
perfect. 3 for 3, both
Jesus.
races from Cheese, and a 48 under his belt here at Pace. And I do believe that's the first 48 that we've seen. Looking a lot sharper here in day 2, 48-40. Very nicely done. But Dwhatever close behind, still going to rack up a decent amount of points and still be in a pretty good place in the standings.
Now, what's interesting is that time that Cheese just posted is a solid minute faster than his average time throughout the tournament.
Yeah, Cheese going beast mode. Full Gouda right here.
Gouda. Aged Gouda.
30 seconds apart. Should mean 63 points for Cheese and 27 for Dwhatever. Going up and having a nice conversation. The sportsmanship, these guys are all friends. Very collaborative efforts to push the time lower here in 70 Star. And that's it.
All of the GGs, that put Cheese on top, number 1. I'm going to get him over here to say hello.
The man himself. Cheese, you've done it again. The first 48 in Pace.
Yes.
Looking super confident today.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling, I don't know, man. I'm just performing really well, and I'm not expecting it. And but I feel very calm. I feel like I'm just able to feel like I'm at home up there.
Right.
And I'm just I'm not. I mean, I'm nervous, but I don't know. I think I just have a really strong mindset at this tournament. I'm just because my actual league, as you guys know, wasn't the best. I didn't perform too well. But here I feel like I've learned from it. I'm just I'm settled down now.
Yeah, over a minute faster than your average is what you just posted now. That's phenomenal. And you look like you're at home in there just doing your stretches, getting pumped, getting ready. You secured that number 1 spot now, posting 63 points.
Yeah,
correct?
63. Might need a retime just because it was exactly 30 seconds, but really solid at this point because now even no matter who wins between Punke or Ouija, they're not going to dethrone you because they both lost yesterday. So you're really solidly in the lead right now. Yeah. I want to know, you don't have headphones up there. You're just listening to game audio through the TV. Is it distracting at all? Do you hear what's going on, or do you just tune out the commentary?
The crowd, for some reason, kind of gives me motivation.
Like fuel.
I like it. I like the crowd noise. I like that feel. And also, I'm so used to at home, I don't use headphones. I just listen to TV sound, and I really like that. I really like the freedom here. Here, blocked off, kind of makes me feel like it's just not comfortable. Yeah. So I feel really good up there. The temperature's nice. It's not too cold. The TV is really nice. So, you know, everything is working together. And so I don't have to worry about anything other than just my gameplay and my state. So I'm able to just like remain calm the whole way.
And we could tell that TTM was hot.
Yeah.
That TTM was really good, super solid, and I was kind of surprised. What was happening in the beginning of Snowman's Land?
Well, the first one I messed up because I guess I tried to go faster. I tried to go really fast, so I tried to not get a really high double jump, and it was too short, so I couldn't get onto the platform properly. And my instinct was just like immediately to turn around and get another star. And I know that Simply mentioned during the race that hill could be very unpredictable. So I was like, let me just get another star and I'll have another try. Then I messed it up again. I was like, all right, you know what? I just want to get over the star. The second time was kind of like, I know if I get another backup star, I'm going to be very nervous for the third time. Right. So I'm just going to get the star over and done with, and then I could focus on everything else.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, solid performance for sure. Simply, got anything else for the Gouda himself?
I do not. Other than good luck tomorrow. Hopefully you can secure a top 2 position. You're looking super good at this point.
Really good.
Pretty comfy. I mean, I think even if you take a loss tomorrow, you should still be able to be, depending on the loss, unless you get clapped.
I'm looking forward to it. Bring it on.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Cheese.
Thank you for the interview, my man.
Appreciate it.
Good luck tomorrow. We'll see you around.
Alrighty. So, Cheese and Dwhatever, the top guys, right? Now, we get to see Punkation and Ouija.
That's right.
We've seen Ouija kind of go off, pop off, go nuts. It's going to be hyped. It's going to be real hype.
He's got it's always, I always just come back to the double jump outlets because that's like the thing that stands out the most to me. That Ouija does. He knows a lot crazier strats, and he busts them out in 16 star, but it just doesn't make sense to bust them out in 70. You want to go for more consistency, but going against a man like Punke, it's 2 different beasts. Punke is perfectly willing to drop a strat here and there for the consistency. We saw it yesterday. Womps 100 takes 2 seconds off of his strat just to guarantee that he can make that cycle.
And, you know, Punke has been running the game for a long time. He's been grinding out 70 for this tournament. He's going to go with what he knows. But Ouija could have that edge occasionally. Ouija is definitely known for being that pop-off guy, you know, posting or almost posting like a low 15 in the 16-star GSA league tournament and just going off.
Yeah.
But then the match before was like a 16, you know, a late 16, and then the match after was like a late 16. So 2 completely different types of players.
Yeah, that's interesting that you bring that up because Ouija has come from 16. Like that's his baby. That's where he started. That's, you know, how he's sort of gotten into the game is through 16 star, had the world record. And whereas Punke has never really been too invested in 16. He's spent a couple times, a little bit of time on it here and there, but never really super dedicated to getting that movement super crisp. And so I think there's pros and cons. You know, at this point, Ouija has super optimal crisp movement, but it's for those 16 stars.
Right.
And I'm sure it carries over to some of them. I'm sure he's grinded out a lot of the 70 stars. But Punke coming from the 120 star background where you definitely value the consistency much more than the strats.
I can agree with that. And I know that I know that Ouija has been running quite a bit of Sunshine here recently, practicing a little bit for this tournament and the 16-star tournament. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen.
He's got a lot on his plate.
He does.
A young gun.
He does.
Well.
He's got a showcase race for Sunshine here at PACE, as a matter of fact, against JJSRL.
Ooh.
Which is going to be pretty lit.
That is going to be a very good race. Yeah, Ouija, you know, Punkay mostly focused on Super Mario 64, but Ouija...
branching out.
He does. He's got the Sunshine background. So coming from the different I wonder how much that really plays into how his gameplay in Super Mario 64 is.
I think it comes down to, like, we talk about the, you know, running a game, it's like 50% knowing the game, or maybe even 10% knowing the game, and like 90% mindset. And so that's why we see a lot of folks that can translate to other speed games, even Cheese. You know, within the first week, posting a 109 in Super Mario Odyssey, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know, granted, he had to stop because of his hands, but I think a lot of that translates game to game as well. Just the mindset portion.
Definitely.
Learning the strats, you know, you can kind of build that consistency, but training your mind to continue on or to back things up quickly, that's not something you can go to school to learn. That's not, you know, that's something you should learn over time.
Yeah, learn to learn.
All right, so
go ahead.
We're going to take a quick break before we get set up for this next match really quick. Ouija versus Punkation. We'll be right back with you here shortly.